Think about his fight against Canelo. What do you think about that?
I thought his fight against Canelo was a great performance. He looked great, and I'd be excited to share the ring with him one more time.
Do you think Canelo should maybe rematch Bivol, and then possibly you could end up facing Canelo for Undisputed?
I don't know. I don't know if Canelo should fight Bivol again at 175. I believe Bivol was a little too much for him.
Thank you, Joe.
Hey, Joe, growing, like I know you mentioned about, growing up in New York, growing up in Long Island. You ever dream of this, fight Madison Square Garden for in a fight this major, three world titles on the line?
Yeah, I believe all fighters dream of this. So this is definitely a dream come true, and I'm looking forward to it.
What was it, Madison Square Garden in those dreams?
One of the places.
And I know early in your career, you get a couple ups and downs. Now to be here, what's it say about you and what you've had to go through to get here?
Just that I'm a tough, determined guy. I've come over a lot of obstacles to get here, and we're here. And I'm hoping I can pull it off and become a unified champion.
A lot of boxing fans are dubbing this fight just violence. I mean, Joe said nuclear. What do you feel? You have a lot to kind of live up to on Saturday night, both you and him.
I believe this fight's going to be a tough fight, and I don't think either one of us are going to have to look for it because we're both going to be there, forcing the pressure and making it a great fight.
One way or the other, this fight goes.
One way or the other, it's going to be a great fight.
Is this going the distance, one way or the other?
We don't know. We have to see.
Joe, a lot of Beterbiev's opponents, when he hits them, they don't really have that willingness to stay in there with him. Do you feel like you're the guy that finally stands up to the power of Beterbiev?
We'll have to see, but I believe I've been tested a few times, and he's just another man, just like everyone else. So I believe, if I can make it through all the fights that I have, I can make it through this one.
I know the last fight with Steve Gaffard, you showed a bit more of your boxing, and you've grown a lot as a fighter. How do you feel about, your boxing coming into the fight?
I believe whatever I need to do in there Saturday, I could adapt to it and make it happen.
Joe, what are your thoughts on being listed as a 5-1 underdog in this fight?
I'm glad to be. I don't mind being an underdog, and it's great for my fans. I'll be glad to contribute back to them.
Many observers, including Timothy Bradley, are not really giving you a chance in this fight. Mostly everybody expecting you to be broken down, be stopped. What are your reactions to that as well?
Hey, I don't have one. They could have their opinions, but just come Saturday night, I'm going to do my best to prove them wrong.
Hey, Joe, Saquon Jones with the boxing voice. Is there any added pressure being in front of your hometown crowd on Saturday?
No, I mean, when I'm in there, I just focus on the task ahead of me, and that's to get this victory and bring home some more titles.
Joe, can I go back to I know I read earlier that you actually put some money down on Bivol to beat Canelo. Like, what exactly did you see in Bivol, or was it something that you saw in Canelo that you just felt, hey, I know he can't beat me?
I just see that Canelo's used to fighting aggressive fighters, guys who come forward and after him, and I knew Bivol wasn't going to give him that.
I know you don't really care about being an underdog, a favorite, but you picked up probably your two biggest wins as an underdog against Hopkins and against Evadir Alvarez. So when you see yourself as
20-1.
there you go. So when you see yourself as an underdog, does the part of you kind of get a little bit pissed off, kind of go a little bit harder?
Yeah, it's motivation.
Joe, Beterbiev's last 3 fights have been in the later round stoppages. Do you feel if this fight goes towards the later rounds, it will give you the upper hand?
We'll have to see. We'll have to see Saturday night. But, I have more experience going in later rounds than he does, so we'll see what happens.
Do you believe that
Joe, for Mexico fans, you're planning to fight with Canelo Alvarez or Zurdo Ramirez?
Whoever they are. Take whoever they are. Joe wants to fight everybody. Really? Whoever they are.
I'm after the belts first.
Hey, Joe, I find it really interesting. After you win your WBO belt, a lot of people would have just said, hey, let me get that Canelo fight. But you were probably the only guy that was just like, nah, forget Canelo. I want to fight Beterbiev. I want to, build a legacy. But why exactly did you want to go that route anyways?
Because I'm here, I'm in this division, so I want to face all the champions in this division and become unified.
Joe,
Do you think Beterbiev
Hey Joe,
has the
just
chin?
one more. Yeah, right here. Hey Joe, welcome at Sports. We understand that boxing, power doesn't necessarily come into play all the time. You have a phenomenal work rate yourself. What do you think about how that will affect this fight?
I believe my work rate and my punch count and stuff can play a big role in this fight, where I could stay more busy than him and work around him and tire him out.